Hey guys, I wanted to tone down the fights a little bit to one of the hunts I used to have a lot of trouble in, even when I was playing in multiplayer. And that hunt is the Raging Brachydios. For the longest time, I was having difficulties consistently surviving against the Raging, even though the normal Brachydios wasn't too much of an issue for me. However, I spent some time doing the Raging Brachydios, both on and off my streams, and I think I have a solution. This strategy works the best when playing the bow in multiplayer, so all you bow players rejoice. But I think that with some gearing, anyone should be able to get a good amount of progress into the hunt. The Raging Brachydios gear offers one of the strongest raw damage sets prior to Fatalis, and it remains to be one of the best weapons to craft for blast element users. The armor set from this fight has a solid set of skills for Gunlance, Charge Blade, and anyone running a weapon with explosions, offering Artillery Secret with Artillery 5, as well as Agitator 5. Before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about some essential gear and items that will make the strategy work. Since the Raging Brachydios can be trapped in the first two zones, we will bring one Shock Trap and one Pitfall Trap. Additionally, you will need to have a Sleep status weapon ready for Phase 1 and a Paralysis weapon ready for the final phase. This is why I prefer using the bow, as I would readily have access to both coatings, either through Sleep Coat and Paracoat level 3 decorations, or having both coatings already available. Next is the mantles. For Raging Brachydios, we would need a few mantles handy to make this slightly simpler for ourselves. In Phase 1, a Rocksteady is recommended for the strategy, along with a mantle of your choice, either temporal or fireproof. The Rocksteady prevents all flinches, tremors, and makes you immune to monster roars. This will be vital to guarantee that we will get the double wallbang in case we are slightly too slow or latch onto the wrong part of the body to start. In the latter phases, an Apothecary Mantle is highly recommended, but it is completely optional. If you're having trouble with the blast puddles, the Brachydios drops, and need some extra protection from his attacks, I recommend a Fireproof Mantle. The Fireproof Mantle will prevent you from taking Blast Blight and prevent fire damage, allowing you to maneuver freely and reducing chip damage throughout any phases that last too long. The last item, while not mandatory for the fight, will come in handy if you need to distract the Raging Brachydios as you heal, and also for a Phase 3 check that will be explained later in the video. The item that I'm talking about is the Flash Pod. Make sure you bring some of them. Now, let's go into the strategy on how you can trivialize the majority of the Raging Brachydios fight. Starting from the top, make sure you have a Rocksteady ready at the beginning so you can guarantee a wallbang. Because of Raging Brachydios' massive hitbox and his long flinch shot animation, you're almost guaranteed a wallbang unless he is at a wall facing the opposite corner. The first wallbang gives you enough opening to grab some extra slinger ammo, either from the ground nearby or from using a tenderizing attack with a light weapon. As Raging Brachydios gets up, abuse your Rocksteady Mantle to do a second wallbang. At this point, the Raging Brachydios is guaranteed to become agitated. Placing a trap as the Raging Brachydios gets up will give your team enough time to stagger or clagger. Either or, you can take this opportunity to DPS him with some sleep coating, or with a sleep status weapon of your choice. If you feel like he is not going down for a topple, you can always drop your second trap and proceed to DPS him as he struggles to leave the trap. Once the Raging Brachydios goes to sleep, prepare some more slinger ammo, as you will get another opportunity to get a free wallbang as it wakes up. At this point, your team would have dealt enough damage to make Phase 2 very short, if not skipped altogether. You can test this by using a Flash Pod as the Raging Brachydios leaves. If the Raging Brachydios reacts to the Flash Pod, it means that you have a bit of Phase 2 to go through. But if it does not react, that means you have successfully brought Raging Brachydios down to 30% HP, skipping Phase 2 and moving straight to the last zone. Regardless of the phase that you go into, I take this opportunity to go back into camp and swap my mantles, one to the Apothecary, and one other mantle that is not on cooldown. Another thing that you will need to prepare going into this phase is a weapon with Paralysis or Paralysis coating. I like to save both my mantles for Phase 3, and after the Raging Brachydios goes Star Platinum on the ground, this is your opportunity to put on the Apothecary Mantle. The Apothecary Mantle will increase the status buildup of your attacks, which basically guarantees a paralysis in this extremely dangerous phase. If you're lucky, you might even be able to get a second paralysis off, if the fight drags on for too long. To help make this job easier, I also put paralysis boosting decorations in my Apothecary Mantle for this fight. Unfortunately, the Raging Brachydios is immune to traps in this phase, meaning you will not be able to capture it. However, this strategy should minimize casualties among your team, and also provide you with ample opportunities to deal enough damage to skip 90% of the fight and mechanics. I hope this video helps you out with your Raging BRACHYDIOS runs. If you have any strategies you'd like to use, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thank you all for watching the video, and good luck to everyone on your Raging BRACHYDIOS hunts.